It's 8 p.m. on the dot, and the training is commencing right away. For all those who have joined us now, you're highly welcome. This is the free AI training that we've been talking about for a while now, and the day has finally come. Remember when I started talking about this, it was as if it's not going to happen, but here we are. I sincerely apologize that I couldn't stream to the Facebook page I've been talking about. I experienced some challenges just this morning while I was trying to set up for the stream. Nonetheless, we are here. The training is going to begin. In fact, the training has begun already. So without any waste of time, we're going straight into the business of the day. I want to keep everything as fast and snappy as possible, and then I hope that we will get the best from this training. The training is titled Unleashing Your Potentials with AI. Unleashing your potentials with the power of artificial intelligence. My name is John Luca, and I'm a graduate of computer science, and I have great passion for artificial intelligence right from the time I was in school. Started hearing about artificial intelligence, and it aroused my curiosity. My curiosity about artificial intelligence became even more pronounced. Thank you very much, Success Jude. With the coming in of generative artificial intelligence systems, particularly ChatGPT. ChatGPT is my favorite artificial intelligence tool, and I'm going to be using most of it now. Now, I sent out a form for survey to take statistics to get some feedback from us about our expectations and our level of experience on AI, so that it will help us to prepare adequately for this training. And I found out that a greater percentage of us are just coming into artificial intelligence. And many people might have not even heard what artificial intelligence is all about. This training is for you. So these are the things that we'll be covering in this training. We'll look at what artificial intelligence is, and why artificial intelligence matters. Then we'll look at some generative AI tools. We'll look at text generation with artificial intelligence. And the fifth thing is image generation with artificial intelligence. Now, artificial intelligence is nothing so difficult. It is simply making machines to behave and to think like human beings. Making machines, making computers to think and behave like human beings. If you've passed through any computer science training before or class, you will have learned that a computer is simply a machine, an electronic device that takes in input, that takes something from the user, and then processes it, does something with it, and then brings out a result. Now, an artificial intelligent system is able to take its own input or take input from you, its user, and then not just process it now based on some set of written rules. It is able to take an initiative. It is able to take a decision based on the input it has gotten. Just like you, if you heard someone mention your name behind you, you will be able to recognize the voice. You will know if you've ever heard that voice somewhere or you've never heard the voice. You decide if you are going to turn back and see who called you. The same thing happens with artificial intelligence. You give them an input and then they take some rational decisions, just like the way human beings would have reasoned. That is artificial intelligence. And the future now is going to be dominated by artificial intelligence. So that's why I highly congratulate everybody who has decided to join this training, because I keep saying that a time is coming where you're either able to build or to design artificial intelligence systems, or you are able to work side by side with artificial intelligence systems. With the coming in of artificial intelligence, many people that could not cope with artificial intelligence, that could not kind of find relevance, could not adapt, they were kicked out of the game. I've been reading articles of people that lost out. Maybe at the end of the training, I'm going to share links to some articles in the community and in the group of some people that their jobs had been replaced by artificial intelligence. And maybe during the course of the training, I might cite some instances. So it involves developing algorithms that computers program use to perform tasks that require human intelligence. And these actions the tasks are visual perception, the ability to see, to recognize objects in the environment, speech recognition, the ability to take in audio signals, process them, not just record now, but to use that audio signal and make a decision, just like the way your what do you call them, these assistants, Alexa, and so on, Siri. Artificial intelligence systems do more than that: decision making and language translations. Okay? Now, why should we bother ourselves with artificial intelligence? Why do we have to jump on this train, and then why is everybody talking about artificial intelligence? Why this training? Why? Is it important? Why is it important? Okay. Now, look at this. It is estimated that by 2025, AI will create 12 million new jobs globally. So the earlier you are able to embrace artificial intelligence and harness it and apply it to your profession, the better for you. These 12 million jobs will favor some, those that are going to embrace artificial intelligence, and it will not favor others, those that will just remain so adamant and so stiff, resistant to the change. I think I heard a story of a mechanic who was a specialist on, on the maintenance of a particular brand of vehicle. And when other brands of vehicles were coming up, this person just decided to remain strictly on that vehicle. While that only brand was prevalent, he was the boss, he was the chairman, and he made it. But because he refused to diversify, when other brands came, that other brand became irrelevant. and he lost out in the game. So the sooner you begin to work with artificial intelligence now, the better for you. AI's contribution to the global economy is projected to reach $15.7 trillion US dollars by 2030. Okay. And then I think I've been able to put up about 100 reasons why AI matters, why artificial intelligence matter, and why you should take it seriously. At the end of the training, I'm going to share an ebook that contains the 100 reasons. So I want to jump straight away to introduce us to some artificial intelligence tools that we will be able to use as beginners to maximize our potentials. Remember the title of this training? We are to unleash the untapped power. You are to unleash your potentials. What you can do now, you can do much more than that by just using artificial intelligence. Now look at this. These are some artificial intelligence systems I have found useful. The first one here is ChatGPT by OpenAI. The second one is Bing Chat by Microsoft. The third one is Google Bard by Google. The fourth one here is Perplexity. I'll show us how to use them. The fifth one is Midjourney. The sixth one is Blue Willow. The seventh one is Speechify. And then the last one here is InVideo. So all of these are generative AI tools. We call them generative AI tools because you use them to generate content in one nature or the other. ChatGPT, Bing Chat, ChatGPT particularly is well known for generating textual contents, although you can also use it to generate images. Yes, I know many of us have been using ChatGPT, some of us, and you probably didn't know that you can use it to generate images. I'm not talking about ChatGPT 4, I'm talking about ChatGPT 3. We will use it to generate images. The other one is Bing Chat, my favorite. In fact, the first two are my favorite tools. Then Google Bard. Bing Chat and Google Bard, they came up after OpenAI released their Chat GPT. From my experience, I think I prefer the way ChatGPT processes inputs. Okay. After the training, you can go and try all of them and see how they do. Then you can decide to pick your own favorite. All right. Perplexity is for research. If you're carrying out a research, it is better you use Perplexity rather than ChatGPT. Midjourney is the grandmaster of image generation. But the problem is that Midjourney is not free. There was a time it was free and you could try it, but it is no longer free. Blue Willow is like a copy of Midjourney. It used to be completely free. It used to have a free version, but now, I think recently, it should be this month, it is no longer completely free, but I'll still show you how you can use it. Speechify is for generating audio. You will give it some text, and it will generate audio from the text that you've given it, with a lot of different voices you can use. InVideo is a tool for generating videos. You just give it a command. We call those command prompts. So your ability to get the most from these tools is the kind of prompts that you use. And I think today's training will be focused on that. Tomorrow's training will be on maybe how you will get to understand how these tools do what they do. And I think you will see a demonstration of how you can build your own AI system. So without further ado, I'm going straight to ChatGPT. Please, while the training is going on, if you have any questions, you can post them in the comments. I will see them and I will attend to them. So let me switch now to my screen and then the action begins. This is what I've been waiting for. So, to use ChatGPT, you will go to openai.com, or rather chat.openai.com, and then let it do its thing. So you will need an email or some other account to be able to use this. So if you are joining for the first time, this is what you will see to log in or to sign up. To sign up is to create an account with OpenAI. To log in is to go back and continue from where you stopped if you have created an account before. I already have an account, so I will just log in. Now, while it is loading, for now, ChatGPT has two models, ChatGPT 3 and ChatGPT 4. ChatGPT 3 is completely free. ChatGPT 4, I will show us. Let me just log in. You will get to see the limitations of GPT 3 and why people go for GPT 4. Okay, I should remove the lower thoughts I have. Okay, if it's blocking another thing, I will remove it. I think for now it's not blocking anything. So I'm signing in now using my Google account. Remember I told you to create a Google account if you didn't have one. So signing me in now. So let's just give it some time to load. So while this is loading, to use Bing Chat, I told you will need to download a Microsoft Edge and have a Microsoft account. Okay. This is a free research preview. Our goal is to get external feedback in order to improve our systems and make them safer. While we have safeguards in place, the system may occasionally, please take note, may occasionally generate incorrect or misleading information and produce offensive or biased content. It is not intended to give advice. So, a word of caution, while you are using these tools, you will need to use your discretion also before you conclude on anything. Please don't just take any content you get from these AI tools and use them like that. Use your discretion as well. As human beings, we are still superior. Okay, I think it's time I removed this lower thought that is blocking our view. So this is ChatGPT now. I'm going to assume I'm a student. I'm a computer science student. And I just began my career in computer science. and I want to ask GPT what computer is all about. Very simple. You just type your question, press enter, and let it do its thing. So ChatGPT has, in a matter of seconds, given me a summary of what computer science is. So I can now decide to further ask it questions based on what it has given me, or I can give it more information and then ask it to further generate more contents for me. Okay, let's say I'm interested in the second option here, programming. Just like the way you would ask your friend. I like to be courteous, even though he doesn't mind. Okay? It's processing. So it is able to do this on anything that you could ask it, any field. All right? Now, please, let me draw attention to something. You see, when AI engines or bots, chatbots, are trained or designed, they are trained with data. And the AI engine is as smart as the data that it has been given. Just like you are smart as the information you expose yourself to. The more you read, the more you know. So it can only give you answers based on the data that was used to train it. ChatGPT 3 particularly, its training data, I think, is limited to July. This is 2020 or 2021. So if you ask it questions about events that happened after that date, it will not be able to answer you. For instance, let's ask it who is the current president of Nigeria. Okay, as of my last update in September 2021, that is the last time that its data was updated. Now, another limitation of ChatGPT 3 is that it cannot access the internet to give you current data, current information. But if you ask it anything that is current real-time events, current affairs, it is limited to that. But general information, general content generation, it is going to perform excellently. If you want to ask it, if you want to use a chatbot to get information on current happenings, maybe you could try using Google Bard. That one is directly connected to the Google search engine, the Google servers, and it can browse the internet, and you don't need to pay any subscription for that. But if you want to use ChatGPT, you want to get current information in ChatGPT, you have to pay. I think it's currently $20. Okay. Now you can make it to go even more detailed. Those who are content writers, sorry, we're about to spoil market for you. because anybody that is attending this training now, after this training, you will be able to write a book. I think maybe we'll even experiment writing. We'll write one book before we finish. Okay. So while we're still on this, um, let's see Google Bar. The link for Google Bard is bard.google.com, B-A-R-D, bard.google.com. I want to open a Google Doc. Okay, this one is still taking its time. So this is Google Bard. And it does what it does pretty much like ChatGPT. Let's try and see if it has current information about current events. So this is one of the reasons I don't really like this. It just leaves you hanging. I am not programmed to assist with that. Let's go back to our chat GPT. If let's say you are a teacher and you want to prepare a presentation, or a student you want to prepare a presentation. Okay, I am not a biochemist, but let me try to do something in biochemistry and see. Let's say you are talking about viruses. Is that microbiology? Now, here's how to get the most out of ChatGPT. You start, okay, I have a question here. Let me see. Does all the information given by ChatGPT gotten from other sources on the internet, or you just formulate everything itself? Okay, no. ChatGPT does not formulate anything by itself. It gives you information based on the data it has been trained with. When training, as I said, when training a bot, you present documents. You will give it documents, books, articles, journals, and pretty much whatsoever you want it to be able to know. You will feed it while programming that bot. So when any prompt is made or is given to that bot, it is only making reference to the training data that it has received, the data that has been fed into it. It is not generating anything by itself. It is not formulating anything by itself. It's just going back to the library and then checking anything, like if a lecturer gives an assignment, and then you go to your textbook or whatsoever, and you begin to search for the answer to that question. You are not generating anything. You are just making reference. You're just looking at a source for the information that you are looking for. I hope that answers the question. So, back to ChatGPT now. We want to make a presentation on microbiology, and we are newcomers to microbiology. So this is one way I found to get the most out of ChatGPT. pretend, or you can say, assume you are a microbiologist working on viruses. So, by telling ChatGPT this, it already knows where to start sourcing its data from. So once you're giving it this prompt, prepare, okay, you're working on viruses, you need so you need to give these bots as much information as you can about what you want them to, or what you want to get. The more details you give them, the better the answer, the better the response you get from them. So it is to pretend it is a microbiologist, not a biochemist, and it is to prepare a presentation on the economic importance of viruses. Now, of course, a presentation is supposed to have an outline. Prepare an outline for the presentation. Okay? So let me zoom out. So this is what we have. It has given us a title, and then this is the outline it has designed for us. That if you are to make a presentation on economic importance of viruses, this is what it is recommending. You should start by talking about a brief introduction to viruses, and in that introduction, you have an overview of viruses, different types of viruses, structure. Just look at this. After the introduction, the impact of viral diseases, viruses and agriculture, viruses and livestock, viruses, the role of viruses in biotechnology, viruses and environmental impact. Look at the outline it has given you. Okay? Now, ChatGPT will not just leave you like that to go and start racking your brain about where to get this information. So, we will take each of these now, one after the other. You can apply this to your particular field. I'm just using this now as a case study. Remember that when you begin a chart, everything in that chart, ChatGPT will remember it. And it will be able to make reference to it later. So I'm telling it now to prepare okay, let's say generate content for the first topic. Let's see what it's going to tell us. Okay. Look at this. Look at this. Brief overview of virus. Now look at the outline it gave us. It is following exactly that. And it has generated content for us. If you are not satisfied with this, maybe you are not satisfied with the language, Or maybe if you think the language is too tough or too advanced, or you feel it is too simple, you can just tell it. Let's say you're talking to a bunch of 10-year-olds. You are telling them about viruses, and I'm seeing some big, big words here. Rephrase this and make it understandable to a 10-year-old. So if you have anything bugging you, you don't understand, you can just tell it that. Now look at how it introduced this. Compare this. Imagine tiny invisible troublemakers that can make people, animals, and plants sick. These are called viruses. Compare that to what it said here. It's still saying the same thing. If I feel maybe you're talking to professors who are well versed, okay, and for whatsoever reason, you want to prove a point, which I don't recommend. Whatsoever reason, ChatGPT has got you covered. Yes. Okay. Now, okay, I spelled this word wrongly. Another thing you should note again is that ChatGPT is very serious about ethics. Okay. In fact, there are some prompts that if you give it, it will outrightly refuse. You cannot use ChatGPT to create anything offensive. Okay, look at what it says now. I must emphasize that the language bamboozle to bamboozle or deceive professors in any field is not ethical or appropriate. So this is what ChatGPT is telling us. It is not appropriate to bamboozle, okay, or to deceive. Okay, we can just say, make it a little bit advanced. Aha, there we go. I hope you're able to get the most from this. In fact, with ChatGPT, you can be able to, okay, now when you see this, I hope you are seeing this redness that I'm seeing. And you know that when you see red, it means that there's a problem. So there's probably a network error. There was a problem with your network, and it couldn't complete generating. You don't need to panic. Just click regenerate. And then it's going to try to regenerate it again. Okay, this is it. If you feel it's too long, you can say summarize this, please. And this is it. It has summarized everything that it has said. So it's left for you now to decide what you're going to do. Now look at this. It has just generated something. This looks like, it doesn't look like a PowerPoint presentation. It doesn't. So let's tell it to prepare it as a PowerPoint presentation. Don't worry, your prompt doesn't have to be perfect. So look at what it has done. So on your slide 1, you can have this. Your slide 2, you have this. Your slide 3, benevolence of viruses in nature. Okay? And you have all this. Okay? So this is just little of what you can use ChatGPT to do. So let's make progress. Assume, I know I have teachers in the house. I saw a teacher in the house. So you are a teacher, and maybe you want to give your students a short test. This is a slide you've given to your students, and probably you've given them this material, these handouts, whatsoever, and you want to give them a test. Maybe objectives. Generate 10 objective questions. Remember, I told you ChatGPT remembers. Okay, you can't see my prompt as I am typing. Let me take out this again. Go back to my screen. 10 objective questions based on the above content. Now, okay, the comment box is coming up automatically as you make your comments. Okay? If I remove it and another comment comes up, it will come up again. So let's continue. Now, how do you want the questions to be? How many options should it have? 5, 10 options. The distractors, how strong should they be? Okay. Okay, let's say, remember, the more information you give it, the better your output will be. Let each question have 4 options. So let's see what it's going to do. So ChatGPT is doing its wonders. What are the primary reasons for viruses being classified as non-living entities? If you read that material, that content, you will see it. And look at this. So you can just copy out these things and give your students. Okay, how do you mark? You don't need to rack your head or anything. ChatGPT generated the answer. It generated the questions. It can generate the answer. I hope you are taking notes or you are screen recording. This session is being recorded, and those who have subscribed to our VIP package are going to get these recordings after this training. So these are the answers it has generated. Now, I just want to know what the answer is. If it is A, B, C, or D. I don't want to know all these long stories. So I will specify a format. I will just say regenerate in the following format. Question, lettered, or rather correct lettered option. And then let it work. Let ChatGPT work. ChatGPT, you did not do what I asked you to do. So let's refine again. Okay. Where were we? Okay, this is it. Now, this is one of the things that I always do in the office. So, oftentimes I'll be required to send information to people, maybe giving them updates and so on. Maybe there's going to be a crucial meeting tomorrow by 10 a.m. and everybody should be on time. And honestly, I don't want to sit down and start thinking of what to write. Let ChatGPT do it. So, let's write the prompt. Just come to ChatGPT and start confessing your desires. Introduce what you want to do. I need to send some information to my how do you spell co-workers again? Is it with a hyphen or with a dash? About an urgent meeting tomorrow by 10 a.m. in the conference room. So you can also tell ChatGPT how to sound like a child, to sound like a teacher, to sound humorous, to sound. This message now, we'll write it in different style. First of all, let's use a friendly tone. Use a friendly tone. Okay, I didn't tell it to generate, but it knows that it is to generate. Oh yeah, ChatGPT with doings. I hope you're all doing well. We have an important and urgent meeting scheduled for tomorrow at 10 a.m. in the conference room. Blah, 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 blah. Okay? Some critical updates, an upcoming project. Way to go, ChatGPT. Let's aim to start on time, and so on. Okay, this is a friendly tone. Regenerate in a humorous tone. ChatGPT can be funny. So let's see what it has done. Okay, this is what ChatGPT has done. We've got a super duper turbocharged and absolutely urgent meeting tomorrow at 10 a.m. in the conference room. I know, meetings might not be everyone's. Okay, remember your superheroes and so on. So you can make your chief fun officer. So ChatGPT can it can be anything you want it to be, okay? Okay, let's say use a somber tone. Please don't ask me what somber is. Check your dictionary, or better still, ask ChatGPT. But ChatGPT knows what somber means. So look at this. I must share some important news. Okay? He's presenting it as if something bad happened. Okay? So this is it. This is it. Okay. 5 minutes and then 1 hour is gone. So should we stop at 9 or we should continue past 9? I want to see your responses. So just remember to give it a good prompt. Okay, let me leave ChatGPT for a while and then go over to image generation. Let's use ChatGPT, what do you call it? AI to generate images. And the easiest tool that I have found for image generation is Microsoft Bing. So let's head over to Edge. Remember, it is best to use Edge. You can download it on your phone. Also, okay, to get here, you can go to bing.com/search. But if you have Microsoft Edge already, at the top right-hand corner, you're going to see this icon. I hope you can see it, like a B. So once you click it, then you are in the chat environment. Okay, these are some things that I've done. These dogs were generated by an AI. So let's see. Generate an image of a cat against a blue background. I hope you can see my prompt well. So it's trying to respond to that. Let's wait for Bing. 2 minutes. Should we continue past 9? Or we should end it by 9? Once again, appreciate you all for joining this training. Okay. 9 p.m. is okay for today. Somebody said 9:30. There is a very important question I saw. If it can generate references, that is, you want to use it for research. Okay, the tool I recommend for research is Perplexity. Okay, I'm seeing 9:30. So let's try and see the much we can do before 9:30. So I'll try to be fast now. The good thing about this is that all these chat engines can teach you how to use them. What do I mean? You can use them to generate prompts for them. I hope nothing has happened to my stream. All right. Okay, so this is what Microsoft Bing has come up with. I have these 3 cute cats. Normally it's supposed to be 4. I don't know why it's 3. So these ones, anyone I want to use, if you click on it, it will then enlarge it. So this is not a real cat. This cat does not exist. It was just generated by a simple prompt. This prompt. This is what has produced this. Okay. So after this, we are going to open the group. I want to see what you've been able to generate, images you've been able to generate with Bing. Just share them. Now, I'm trying to rush. Let's make another prompt. Generate an image of high school students in a classroom laughing. Okay. Even though I misspelled my laughing, it will understand. So I will try to create that. Okay. Now, look at, okay, it has generated it. Look at this. These people don't exist anywhere. They were just generated right now by this engine. Okay. Now, I told you that ChatGPT 3 is free, but 4 is not free. But there's a way you can use ChatGPT 4 for free. And that is what we have just done. Microsoft heavily invested in OpenAI in their project. They invested in them, and then because of that, they are able to use some of their resources. If you check carefully in this screen, at the top, image creator, powered by DAL-E. DAL-E is owned by OpenAI, which is what the company that designed and that created ChatGPT. So anytime you are on this Bing, you are using ChatGPT 4 for free, absolutely free. You can use this to analyze data. You can use it to generate data. Just name it. Okay, the person that asked about the references, if you are looking for anything on Bing, it usually generates references. Let's see. Let me just see. What is the tallest mount? How do you spell mountain? Is it M-A or M-O-U? In the world. Provide references. Okay. I really hope that we are seeing this sidebar. Or let me just open this bigger side. Please, if you can see very well my sidebar, kindly let me know. I am not using Windows. Would Bing work for me? It will work. It will work. You can use it on your browser. I want to believe whatsoever platform you are using, you should be able to download and install um, Microsoft Edge. I've not really tried it on Chrome, but let's head over to Chrome and try it. I'm watching my time. So let's go to Chrome and try it. Bing. It should work. Because it is more of like, it is a web application, and web applications, they are able to run on any platform. So here we are. This is it. The image image generator on Chrome. So it will work on any platform that you're using. Okay. Now, here is this this thing I'm going to give you now. I think if you're able to get this aspect now, you should be good to go. Thank you for that spelling, mountain. Okay, where is my... Okay, I'm still on Chrome. Let's do this. You can make ChatGPT to really understand you, what you want, and then give you the content that you want. Let's say now, let's use our pretend keyword again. Pretend content writers. Sorry, we're about to spoil market for you. You are a content writer. Okay? You want to write an article on the impact of global warming. For a teenage audience. So now I'm going to ask ChatGPT to ask me questions to fully understand what I'm thinking. Then based on my responses, it will generate the content for me. Ask me questions to fully understand what I want. And once you are confident, you have gotten all you need, generate the content. So let's watch. So these are the questions that ChatGPT is asking me to fully understand what I need. So once I'm able to answer these questions, it will then generate a tailored content based on the inputs. What am I doing? I have given it, on the answers I have given it. Let me just reset this, my Zoom level. Okay, I'm seeing people making AI photos of themselves. Okay, I don't think Bing does that. I have not tried it. I personally am not going to give an AI engine my picture to manipulate for any reason. Not that I'm afraid of anything, but now I'm just going to ask. I don't want to just, I want to answer these questions one after the other. Let me just tell it, present the questions one after the other. Okay, somebody said it can do that. I've not tried it, but you can try it. You can actually upload pictures to ChatGPT, to Bing. You can only upload pictures to ChatGPT if you're using the Plus. So present the questions one after the other. Okay? I want to answer them one after the other and not the way it gave me. ChatGPT, what is wrong with you today? Let me just comply. So the first question it is asking me here is, what specific aspects of global warming would you like the article to focus on? Effects on, well, I'll just say effects on its implication for the future. So question 1, the answer to that, what is the target word count or length for the article? Okay, how long do you want it to be? How many words do you want it to have? Well, I'm open-minded. I want it to let it use its discretion. Use your discretion. But we know that young people will not want to sit down and be reading long articles. I'll just say, make it brief. Are there any particular themes or examples you'd like me to include to make the article for teenage readers? Please use your discretion. Is there a particular tone or writing style you'd like to adopt? Yes. Should it be informative, persuasive, or a combination of both? Okay. Let's say we want it to be informative. If the tone you want is not in this list, please, you can provide it. You can just tell it and it will understand. 5. Do you have any specific sources or data you'd like me to include in the article? Should it be general information and research? General information. So I've given it the prompt. I've answered its questions. Okay. Network error. When you are experiencing this, just ask it to regenerate, and it will. So this is what ChatGPT has generated. And once you are happy with that, you can just copy it. Good. I almost forgot this. If you are using this for academic purposes, and you just copy this and paste, I hope some of us who might have seen the news of a student that used ChatGPT to do assignments, and the lecturer failed her because he was able to detect that it was an AI engine that researched, that provided that answer. See, if ChatGPT creates a content for you, it knows that they created it for you. And if it is asked, it will confess. So there is a tool that you will be able to use and then change some things. It's called Quillbot. You go to quillbot.com. So in Quillbot, the engine will be able to rephrase sorry for that. So I hope we are seeing my screen. So look at this now. Rewrite text, enter phrase, and then press paraphrase. Let me just copy what we have generated. I'm going to submit this as an assignment. And please, ChatGPT should not make you lazy. Don't just copy and go and submit. And then if you are marked down, you come and blame me. I have told you, use your discretion as a human being. So I've pasted this thing now in this Quillbot. I say paste now. And then I'll just hit paraphrase. I'm using the free version. I hope it is going to comply. You might need to sign in. So let's wait for Quillbot to sign me in. Okay, it is doing that in another window you can't see. We are done signing in and it is going to start generating. It will paraphrase this content that I've given it. Okay. It is not going to do this because my limit is 125 watts and I've given it more than what I'm permitted to. So let me reduce it. You can do it in batches. You can install this as a Chrome extension. You can install it as an add-on on your Microsoft Word Office. In your Microsoft Word, rather. Okay. Let me just refresh this page. I'm not understanding. So by 9:30, we'll be rounding up. So some of the things I couldn't cover here, I'm going to be sharing them with us in the community. If you are here and you have not joined the community, please find your way there. Oh, I don't know what my brother is doing me this evening. I hope this doesn't waste my time. I was not able to cover Mid-Journey and the free alternative Blue Willow. I'm going to send us some videos, short clips on how you can use them. For strange reasons, it's refusing to do what I need it to do. This normally works without any issue. Let me refresh it again. We have 10 minutes to go. Billboard should not delay us. Once again, thank you all for joining us. It's been a great pleasure having you around. Okay, this has refused to work. I'm going to make a video of this and upload it later. But it works. Some of us have used it and we've seen that it actually works. Okay, for those of us who are a bit advanced, say you are a web programmer, you're a programmer and you want to write some code. You want to design a homepage for your website. Simple. Give it a prompt. Anything you want to do, tell ChatGPT. You can use Bard, you can use Bing, you can use anything, anyone you want. So, design a simple, okay, let's do a login page using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. As simple as that. And ChatGPT will save you tons of stress. So, people of God, look at this. It's just for you now to copy this code into your text editor and view it. For those of us that are programmers, I will just copy this code and paste it in the group. You can paste it in your text editor and show us your output. 7 minutes to go. So please, if you have questions, in the remaining time we have, just drop them in the comments. Let me see them and begin to answer them in the remaining time we have. Tomorrow, we are going to start again by 8 p.m. on the dot. I plead with you to avail yourself. The person that is going to be handling us tomorrow is, in fact, is a professional in this. You've seen her name in the flyer and her picture. Tomorrow you'll get to hear her. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but she's a professional in machine learning. That is teaching machines. Thank you very much, Success Jude, for joining. And tomorrow, you will learn, in fact, I'm also excited about tomorrow. You will learn how to build a chatbot yourself. I hope I'm not overhyping you. You'll learn how to build a chatbot, and you get to understand how ChatGPT and other bots are able to generate all these fantastic things that they do. Now, on your own, you can go to these respective search engines and check out what they do. The person who asks about using it for research, you can go to perplexity.io, or is it .ai? Let me see. I have 5 minutes more. I just hope that my network will allow Perplexity to load. Wilbert, if you disappointed me. Perplexity. Perplexity.io. While we are rounding up. Okay, I'm not sharing my. Thank you all. Thank you, sir. Interested in machine learning, modeling, and writing of programs using AI. Okay. I don't know if you are in the community. If you are, you can send me a message. Let's talk. Otherwise, if you are not there, you can go to the Facebook page, facebook.com/AI Discovery Lab, and send a message there. That will talk better. I'm still waiting for Perplexity to load, and I have just 3 minutes to go. And because machines don't behave like humans, once it is time, they stick to time. I will try to stick to time. So 3 minutes to go. My Perplexity is still trying to load. You can download it. It's a fantastic platform. It will generate the content and give you the references. Okay. Just message any of the admins there. I'm still waiting for Perplexity. Unfortunately, Perplexity did not load before our time. So if you don't know how to use any of these tools, go to ChatGPT. Tell it, write a prompt I can use in Perplexity. I don't know if ChatGPT knows Perplexity, but if it knows it, it will give you the prompt. Write a prompt for Midjourney. Write a prompt for Blue Willow. Write a prompt for, okay, I have 2 minutes more. I have 2 minutes more. Where is ChatGPT? I don't know if it knows Perplexity. I am, oh, my screen. This time I have will not allow me, but I will send some prompts that we can use. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, sirs and ma'ams, this brings us to the end of tonight's session. I'm really excited to have all of you here. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your time. My network and time didn't really allow us to cover all that we wanted to cover, but I will try to send demonstrations of some of these. But I highly encourage you to go for subscribe to pre-order for this VIP, and you're going to get much more than that. But remember, it's optional. By the way, ChatGPT, can teach you everything, even how to use ChatGPT. So this is 90, and this brings us to the end of this training. Thank you very much for your time. Sleep well, and let's get set for tomorrow. Same time, 8 p.m. on the dot. We are starting. And probably we'll begin, the stream will go live maybe before that 8. Okay. Prepare your questions. If you have questions from today, you can prepare them. Maybe we'll take some time to answer them before we go fully into the event of tomorrow. So that will be all for today. Any questions are open. We'll open the group. If Monday is listening to me, or if Oma is listening to me, please open the group now so that people can begin to send questions, and we'll try to attend to them as much as we can. So, thank you very much. Good night, and God bless you.